I'm Audrey Gale. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to learn how to make a Cricut Infusible Ink t-shirt. And you'll see just how easy and fun it is to make a personalized t-shirt with the Cricut Infusible Ink. It's their new product that has no flaking, no peeling, no cracking, and no wrinkling. It's very different than the vinyl, the iron-on vinyl. And I've not done this before, so we're going to learn together. And you can make a lot of things with it. Put it on a t-shirt, which is what we're going to do today. They also sell compatible coasters and tote bags, just so much that you can do with it. So we're going to start with, I have the, what do they call this? The Tropical Floral. And I have the Cricut Infusible Ink t-shirt. So let's open it up together. You do not have to pre-wash the shirts. So I'm opening it just as it is. Okay, and so that's what the shirt looks like. We'll just put that aside for a moment. And let's open up the package. Well, they've got it all sealed up here, don't they? So let's just snip it open. Now you can see it certainly looks a little different. It's not as vibrant. But what happens is, and they say, I haven't done this yet, so we'll learn together, but once the heat is applied, this will become just as vibrant as what's on the package. So we'll see. Oh. And it says, before you begin, carefully follow instructions at infusible.ink.com. All right? And here is something to practice on. If you've never done it before, so you can try a little practice there. And it looks like we have the two different ones that are shown on the package and picture paper. We're going to need this. We'll just put that aside for a moment. And I want to use this one today, so we'll put the other one aside. So first, we're going to make our design. And let's go to the computer and the Cricut Design app. So when you open Cricut Design Space, we're going to create a new project. And let's upload the image that I want to use. Here it is. We'll just drag it and drop it. That's the right one. And there it is. So let's create a new. We'll use a template. For a t-shirt, it will help us to see how it looks. There we go. And there's the template. So if I use my image, where did my image go? There it is. I select it, insert images, and now I want to size it appropriately. That looks pretty good. If you don't like it, you can make it bigger or smaller. And I think that will look just fine. And then we click Make It. Always remember to mirror your design. You can see I'm using pretty much the whole Cricut mat. So we want it mirrored. Next, continue. So we're going to browse the materials and until we find infusible ink. And there it is. It says to make sure the mirror is turned on. We did that. It's very important. You'll see why in a little bit. We're going to load our blade into the clamp. Then load our mat. And we'll be ready to go. So here we have cut the infusible ink transfer sheet, and we're going to take it off and weed it. We have to reveal the design, and that's commonly referred to as weeding, because what you're doing is like you weed a garden. You're taking out the parts that you do not want. So the design that you do want is what is left. And this is a little different than regular vinyl. The directions, if you go read the directions that they tell you to on infusible.ink.com, it tells you to sort of roll it so that it bends and sort of cracks. And you can see that some of it is cracked. See where it's coming apart already? All right, so let's get busy with this. Well, for one thing, I didn't use all of it. So there's a good bit here I want to save. I'm going to cut here, and I could save this and use it for another project. So let's do that right now. Grab some scissors. And let's cut away this excess so we don't waste it. And we can use it for something else later. Set that aside. There we go. Peel away what you don't want. And if it gets to be a little much to handle, it's okay to just cut this and continue to weed. And I'll just continue to do this. I won't make you watch the whole thing. So now you can see that I've finished weeding. That was a lot of weeding. Maybe I should have picked something a little more simple for my first time around, huh? Anyway, I did want to show you, I don't throw these pieces away immediately until I'm completely finished weeding, because if you miss something, you can always just put it right back on there and it'll stick. See? Nothing to it. But it looks like I'm pretty good to go, so I'm going to take off this. We can throw this away now. I'm going to go heat up my heat press, and it says to get it to 385. If you're using an easy press, the directions again are on infusibleink.com, and it will show you, can you see that? It will show you the settings depending on what you're using. If you're using an easy press, and I am using a heat press. Now, let's go over and layer it on the heat press, okay? So I've preheated the shirt, and now we're going to arrange it. It tells us to put paper. It says it wants cardstock in between, so let's put that in. This is to prevent it from bleeding. You don't want the ink to bleed through the top layer onto the bottom layer of the shirt. Let me scoot this so I can make sure I'm right in the middle. So there's the middle. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And now it says to use a lint roller, because even though it looks perfectly clean to me, I did just take it out of the bag, there will be little pieces of lint on it that you can't really see, but it will perhaps interfere with the ink. So once we are sure that we have lint rolled it very well, double check again. So I've got the shirt, I have the paper, I've lint rolled it, and now we take the design, okay, and we put the color side down and the shiny side up. Remember when we cut it, we put the shiny side down, and this is why we had to mirror the image. Because now we're flipping it. So the ink side is going to the shirt. And it will, the heat will have it come, the ink come from this and go onto the shirt. And then we'll peel this carrier sheet off, the clear sheet. So I'm looking to make sure it is centered and just the way I want it to look. Okay, now remember they gave us butcher paper when we bought it. They actually gave us 2 sheets of the butcher paper. And we're going to take 1 sheet and we're going to put it on top. I don't know if there's a right and wrong side to this. It didn't say. It looks to me like this shade's a little different looking than that. But it did not specify, so we're just going to hope we're doing it right, okay? I'm waiting for my heat press to get to the right temperature. And there we go. It's ready. Push it down and start. I'm excited. I hope this turned out nice. It says to only use the butcher paper once, so we'll throw this away. And everything's going to be hot, so let's use some tweezers to pull this up. What we're doing is we want to remove the carrier sheet. There we go. I got it now. Oh my goodness. That turned out just perfect. There we go. As you can see, there's, I guess, a little bit of ink left, but that would not be enough ink for another project. And here is the beautiful shirt. Let's see, nothing really came through. What do you think? And here's the finished project. I think I really like it. And you can see that the colors they started out like this, little dull, and then once you apply the heat, it's more like what's on the package. And that's all there is to it. Can you see that you can pull and stretch, and it's just really one with the material. It pulls with the material. It's a part of it. The color is actually infused into the fibers. And that's why it doesn't flake off. I think I'm really gonna like that.